Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Scott. This is You Can Outdoors, and this is Appalachian Trail 2024 update and the last update. So a lot of y'all noticed I've been off trail. Lots of questions about what was going on. I would have been great if I could have made a video or thought it was appropriate to make a video a few weeks ago because I've been off trail almost 6 weeks and home about almost 5 weeks. And but I didn't know exactly if I was going back or not. I just wanted to give it that time. And so I'm just going to tell you as fast as possible. I'm not going to get into all the little details and explain everything. A lot of it's still a little fuzzy. But if you have any questions, just put them in the comments. And also the best place is to DM me on Instagram. And I'll try to answer all your questions. About 6 weeks ago, I ended up having a fall. Fell really hard on my left side. Didn't have any time getting anything up from underneath me. So I ended up smashing my head and got a concussion. I was probably knocked out for a second to a minute. I don't know because I was hiking alone. And then I really hard on my chest. I've had a chest injury before. I've had a deep chest bruise. I've torn the inner lining of my chest wall. But this was a little bit of a different pain. But when I got to the hospital again, x-rays and everything, I ended up having a lung contusion. And then also I separated my shoulder, which I had done this shoulder a couple of times, hiking in the past 8 years. I just had to work through, I knew I had to work through that. From this point on, there's a lot of confusion that's going on. So I ended up having to hike a couple more days, but remember, I did not know how severe it was. That last day, I remember kind of gathering up for camp and all that, just not feeling well. I think I was already dehydrated, walked another 15 miles or so, ended up finding out, and didn't get any water. My water bottles were dry. I just didn't think about it. Just wasn't connecting to focus on getting water. And we were in that was the time during a lot of the heat bubble. It's been going on a lot, but back 6 weeks ago, that severe heat bubble. And so I ended up getting severely dehydrated, and to where they told me at the hospital very close to heat stroke. So I had some day hikers that I ran into. I do remember them trying to converse with me. They ended up giving me some water. And I remember the one guy looking at me, kind of just looking at me like, grabbing my shoulders, I think, and kind of, getting right in front of me and saying, "I don't understand a thing you're saying," something to that effect. So anyways, they ended up calling their oldest son, who ended up from Port Clinton, coming up that really steep 0.9, meeting up there and helping me get down. So grateful for that, because if I would have fallen at that point by myself, I could have very much injured myself big time more or killed myself. Again, ended up at the hospital, talked to the doctor, just got really scared, telling me I was almost, I could have heat stroked. They gave me an IV. They wanted to admit me. I know that was a hard no. The lung contusion was anywhere from 7 to 14 days. Usually, kind of, there's going to be an issue or anything else comes up, as long as you're, calming down with whatever your activities are. My shoulder being separated. Look, that takes about 6 weeks. So this is my second attempt and second failure, but due to injury. But I'm not going to, even if I felt really good, go back out. I'm just not feeling it. And so I'm off trail. I don't know what my future lies with the Appalachian Trail, but right now I'm off. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments. And also the best place is to DM me on Instagram. And I'll try to answer all your questions. And don't mean to be vague, but I just wanted to give everybody at least some information, and then I can address it with questions from there. And then it'll unfold a little bit more in my content coming up here the rest of the year. So I love everybody. Thanks for all your well wishes, checking up on me. This is why we have such an amazing community. You guys are so aware of what's going on, and I'm very aware that y'all are aware of what's happening. So apologize for the lateness on this, but I hope you understand what my thinking was around it. And we'll talk soon. Love everybody.